Hey guys, I want to share a very simple and yet very powerful meditation that I learned when I was living in India with a meditation master as a teenager. They taught this meditation there, and I've used it many times over the years. A lot of times it just feels very peaceful, but sometimes I have profound experiences using this meditation. In fact, the reason why I'm recording this is because I used it on the drive to my dentist this morning, and the effect was so powerful that I had to stop and keep writing down things that I was realizing based on just doing this meditation. It only took me a few seconds, and then it had this massive result. So I want to share this with you. And this meditation is going to work best if you have a deity that you worship and revere and consider to be the form of God that you prefer, the way that you access God. If it's through a deity, a saint, a personage, then this meditation should work just fine for you. So, for example, if you're a Christian and you connect with Jesus, or if you're a Buddhist and you connect with Buddha, or if you're a Hindu and you connect with one of the Hindu deities, or with a saint, or a sage, or a guru, then this meditation can work well for you. It's so simple. This is not going to take any time for me to explain it to you. Basically, what you do is you sit, you take some deep breaths, you relax, you turn your attention inside, you connect with your deity. So, for example, if it's Jesus, you're picturing Jesus in front of you. You welcome and request Jesus's presence to come to you. And you can visualize this also. Just visualize your deity manifesting in front of you. And once you feel like you've got a lock, once you're feeling the presence of your chosen aspect of the divine right there with you, you just imagine that your deity's body comes. So if it's facing you, then it's going to turn around, turn its back to you, and then it's just going to come backwards and merge into your body. Or, sometimes I imagine my spirit guides, my gurus, very advanced beings being on the side of me. In that case, I just imagine them coming sideways until they've merged into my body. There's a more detailed way to do this where you start with the feet of your deity. You see the feet of your deity move and merge with your feet. And then you see their calves, lower legs, move over and merge with your calves and lower legs. Then their knees come over and merge with your knees. Then their thighs, and then your pelvis and your butt, and then your belly, and then your chest, and then hands and forearms and upper arms, shoulders. One time I did this in India, and when I got to the neck, my mind became so expanded and silent and still that I couldn't continue with the meditation. I felt like I was just a current of blissful awareness, and I was just unable to think enough to finish and bring the head over and merge it into my head. And when I got up from that meditation and I was walking through the ashram, everyone I looked at, just wherever my eyes happened to glance, I would get a download of information. It was sort of like a readout would just fall down in front of my vision about that person. The only one I remember at this point was there was a couple who were planning to get married, who were living in the ashram. I often saw them together. They often had very sweet looks on their faces as they looked into each other's eyes because they were super in love. And when I looked at them, just casually, I wasn't trying to see anything. I just casually looked at them, and I just saw all these past lives where they'd been in love and blah, 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 all this information. I don't remember most of it. I just remember seeing that he had been a knight in a previous life, a knight that wore armor and rode a horse. And They were absolutely in love with each other in that lifetime. And here they were again, absolutely in love with each other. And the funny thing was the deity that I was installing into my body was my guru at the time. And my guru at the time had this amazing ability to know kind of everything about you. Not all gurus do this, but she was able to just look at you and know exactly what was going on, where you'd come from, what was up with you, where you were going, what you needed, past lives, all sorts of stuff. She could just see everything, or it seemed like she could see everything. I was installing her into my body, and I only got to the neck, but that was enough where I was seeing everything when I looked at people. And it makes me wonder, is that what her experience was when she looked at everyone? Did she just get like a readout falling down out of the ceiling about each person that she laid eyes on? Perhaps. This morning, driving to the dentist, I invited my goddess, which is the way that I'm approaching the divine these days, is through the form of an infinitely wise and loving goddess, or divine feminine. As I often do, I invited her to be with me today and to stand shoulder to shoulder with me. That's my usual invitation. Goddess, I invite you to stand by my side today, to walk with me through the day. And as I was driving, I suddenly had this thought, well, hey, why not bring her into my body? I've never done that before with her, actually. I've only done that with other beings. But I invited her to merge into my body, and she, in my mind's eye, I saw her not eagerly, but quite willingly accepted, and she moved in to my body. I saw her in my mind's eye move into my body. And dang, y'all. I mean, she had some stuff to show me, and she did. She showed me a lot of things as I'm driving through Sacramento. My state completely changed, and I thought, why? I need to share this with people. This will work with any deity. Again, like even if you're a Christian, visualize Jesus standing in front of you, smiling at you, radiant with love and acceptance. And notice if there's anything in you that says, I'm not worthy. Jesus would never want to come into my body. He would never want to merge with me. I'm not worthy. I need to do all this stuff first before that can happen. Blah, blah, blah. Just let all that stuff go and see what happens. In my experience, no divine being is going to judge you unworthy. They know everything about you, and there's nothing there except compassion, forgiveness, understanding, and love. If you want, ask permission to do this first if you're worried about that, but then just bring your beloved deity into your body and let the energy field of your deity become your energy field, and embrace what comes next. Allow and embrace the gifts that your deity will lovingly want to share with you. In my experience, a true deity doesn't want to be worshipped by us. It wants to love us and give us everything that it has. It wants to share its riches with us with a generosity of heart that has no limit. Try it and see what happens.